Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Regaton. Let's level up. We get a first tier archetype talent and a skill. I'm curious if we get any more common talents. There's one. And that's it. I was thinking about grabbing Duty and Honor and For the Emperor. Of course, I'd have to start using at all costs appropriately. But these are pretty good upgrades. So let's do Duty and Honor. While the Commissar's allies under the effects of at all costs, the ally suffers plus 50% damage, but gains plus 2 AP and plus 4 MP, instead of plus 1 AP and plus 3 MP. I don't think the increased damage taken matters if it's applied to someone like Heinrichs, because he's going to kill everybody anyway. Now he has more AP and MP to do so. And Coercion, that'll also increase our deflection by 1. That's an absurd piece of armor. So I'm going to try to prioritize using my officer stuff more frequently instead of my Thunderhammer, and probably stick with this weapon set more often. Mostly so I can use my pistol to apply at all costs. Alright, Pascal. Let's do Fresh Target. That's pretty good. Whenever the operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, that attack deals a % more damage to that enemy. So it starts at base 10. They get 16% more damage on his opening attack. That's pretty absurd. And tech use. I'll just skip all that stuff. Go straight down to the Navigator talents. Let's do Perilous Ways. Enemies moved by the Navigator's ability suffer 1 plus willpower bonus divided by 2 damage at the end of movement. This damage is increased by plus 1 for every cell the enemy moves. And awareness, I guess. So both of these should work with his Sword of Faith. This might be worth it, so he can use... I forget the name of it. Iron Arms? Iron Arm. I'm being a little bit more cautious about the talents that I take, since I made that mistake with Ulfar. It doesn't say a minimum of 1, so that'd save him 1 AP. I think Lore Warp. We are lacking that. Let's do lead by example. I do want to get this on my main character at some point as well. So whenever the officer uses an officer archetype ability 2 times in one turn that does not grant an extra turn, they gain the Stand Witness effect. And Stand Witness. The next officer archetype ability that does not grant an extra turn will also affect the officer. And more Lore Imperium. Argenta. Fired up. Whenever the soldier deals damage, their critical damage is increased by plus 1% until the end of combat. And awareness. Let's do Medikai. We're lacking that too. Ofar. Let's do Camaraderie. For each adjacent ally, the soldier deals % more damage to enemies. It scales a ballistic skill, but it will work with weapon skill too. It's all damage dealt. And then for this... guess Carouse. Abelard. We definitely don't need clenched teeth, but I really want to grab it. Let's do Epicenter of Slaughter instead. I do have that helmet equipped that makes his taunting scream more effective. Whenever the warrior is attacked, they gain +1 stack of Epicenter of Slaughter until the end of combat. At the start of their turn, the warrior gains 1 temporary wound for each stack. His temporary wounds cannot exceed 10. They'll still boost his strength on his next turn. Also want Impetus. There's a lot of things that I want. Let's do Commerce. Athletics. I'm saying Commerce because his family's responsible for logistics. Doesn't really tie together. Just trying to think of something thematic for him to grab. But Athletics works too. Alright, let's check out the Rumor and Nolla Septum, then we'll take care of the colony events. Lord Captain, the ne'er-do-wells from the Augur crew are reporting we've reached the Nolla Septum system, where Prometheum refining hive Santiel's Pride is located. What the? Led my mother over the golden throne. he turned off the transmission. The transmission ends abruptly, resumes with a loud click several moments later. Emperor preserve us, Lord Captain. The entire system is darker than the inside of a Grox's arse. The local star, it's kind of gone. What nonsense. Stars do not vanish from the sky without a trace. But unless my eyes are deceiving me, Lord Captain, Santiel's Pride is an object of strategic importance to the Chorta dynasty. It alone covers the Prometheum needs of their entire protectorate. It is not difficult to figure out what happened. The darn Xenos had their work cut out for them, but by the throne, they succeeded. This does not mean we can leave the important strategic assets for them to plunder. I suggest we do Incendia Chorta a favor, and salvage the remains of her Prometheum. Another system is missing its star. You hear a quiver of outrage in Heinrich's voice, followed by a deep exhale. We need to see if there are Xenos on that frozen world, and should our suspicions be confirmed, exterminate them. If you disagree, let me remind you that the protectorate of one of the rogue traders of the Cronus Expanse has lost several billions of its subjects. Can you be certain that the same won't happen to Dargonus, or another of your worlds? Forgive me, Shireen, but I refuse to believe that among the billions of Chorta's subjects, there wasn't at least a handful of desperate souls still trusting in the Exalted One's providence, clinging to life. Who will become their salvation if not you? Thank you for your comprehensive report, Ravor. Victus takes over the channel, her vexation showing only the force with which she clicks her vox. Apologies, Lord Captain. As the esteemed Master Helmsman just stated, the Augur crew is troubled by the anomalous absence of a star at the heart of the system. As for the Hive World, I'm afraid it is forever lost to the Imperium, as are the lives of billions of its children. Before we do anything, let's reassign our posts. So we will remain Supreme Commander. Master Cannoneer will be Argenta. I still think making mercenaries for these slots makes more sense, narratively, but I'm feeling lazy. Though an Adeptus Astartes would make sense. They're masters of all sorts of warfare. Let's quick save and take care of the Drukhari void ships. And I believe we'll level up off this too. I think we're right there at level 8 or 9.
Time to earn your keep, crew.
Alright, how do I want to handle this?
Launch batteries. Volley. Salvo! Let them taste our fury. Let the void sort them out.
That's not going to matter here. But one ship down. A little concerned about the torpedoes. I'm not sure what their range is, but I think we'll be okay. Or not. only one. Looked like more than 41 damage. Well, at least I was justified in being concerned.
Salvo! Let them taste our fury! advance, prepare for acceleration. Fire at will. Keep up the pressure! Salvo!
Alright. Let's see what happens. Take him out for me. No such luck.
Coordinates set.
Huh. Odd that it hit that guy. This should be 72 versus 72. Well, you can stop right there.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
Alright, Mark. Oh, I think we just hit level 8. Or not. I must have... seen that incorrectly previously. Alright, Santiel's Pride. Frozen Hive World. New information has arrived. Lord Captain, we managed to detect a residual heat signature on one of the continents of Santiel's Pride, but there is no clear indication of its origin. The crew is waiting for further instructions, and praying for the souls of the deceased with extraordinary zeal. Dispatch rescue teams to the world. They better not return without survivors. They got people. The order is clear. Rescue shuttles have been dispatched to the suggested evacuation points, and the likely locations of hidden bunkers. Is there anything else you desire? Tell the crew to get the shuttle ready. Let us not delay and begin exploration of this dead world. Townsman Sarah voice fills the channel again. You are so eager to freeze your esteemed butt off, Lord Captain. Who are we to object? Okay, in we go. I'm guessing we'll fight Drukhari here. Look, Shireen. There are lights glowing deep in the hive. Is it possible someone survived the catastrophe? It's likely that part of the hive is still powered by the cooling geothermal node. I wouldn't count on finding survivors here. Because we rescued them all.
Let us not dawdle.
The tower's foundation goes down for tens of meters. The spires are obscured by the superstructures on the upper levels.
I always keep my options open.
Thousands of bodies emerge into frozen snowdrifts, covering the streets as far as the eye can see. It is unclear whether the formations occur naturally, or if somebody purposely piled the corpses up.
The burden of failure is the most terrible punishment.
Ice crystals, growing from under the snow, form a vaguely alarming figure.
I always have a backup plan.
The snow clearly shows the trail of a body being dragged and reveals several pairs of footprints. Judging by their shape, none of them belong to a human.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Begone, nightmares. Burn in his punishing flame. Your pathetic god will not help you, Mankai. Cue Scooby-Doo music? Let's go help that guy out. Notes on Life in the Hive by LG, historian and traveler. The world turned out to be completely different from what I had imagined. My distant home of Alvi Artani, the swathed in black sands, is nowhere as hot as a stone cocoon. Not even the force field can shield us from the embrace of the local star. In daylight hours, staying close to the outer walls would be insane. A person would either suffer heat stroke or simply be boiled alive. The surface does not have the time to cool after darkness comes, so living here is like being encased in a steam barrel at all times. Throne be praised, the Upper City has cooling zones that provide welcome relief. Despite the predatory prices and absolute disdain the locals have shown toward my quickly lightening purse, Glacial Gardens remain my favorite place to relax. Despite all its austerity and piousness, the hive is crawling with lawbreakers. I've been robbed thrice and almost killed twice this cycle alone. It makes procuring Obscura ridiculously simple. Not that I have tried it, of course, but the crooks on every corner literally shove it into my face. Another thing that surprised me is the city's incredible work shifts. The planet turns on its axis once every 38 hours, and 25 of those are usually spent in the manufactorums. Another 5 to 7 hours are dedicated to mandatory public service, like cleaning streets, attending sermons, and patrolling floors. So only 6 remain for rest and domestic chores. I've been blessed by the Emperor when Justice Greybergen invited me to stay at her truly magnificent estate. The view from the top of the Spire of Glory is fantastically beautiful. Up here, one cannot hear the din of the overflowing streets or smell the stench of refuse. And yet the taller the spire, the crueler the star's scalding kisses become. Justice Greybergen calls it a divine blessing. I'm not going to argue, will just quietly take my leave.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
The once majestic bridge for ritual processions was damaged when a civilian orbital shuttle collided with it. That would do it. I suspect. I'm not an engineer. Let's wet our blades real quick.
Xeno scum. You don't belong in this galaxy.
Fear me, monkey.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Don't get too cocky. Tell me, and it is done. I can do that, with the right incentive. You've got a problem, I've got a price.
I should have boosted her skills as well. Yeah, voice of command. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I'll do it. I refuse. Cleanse and purify. Each strike is a prayer.
Oh, there's 5 down.
I can do that, with the right incentive.
Your skill is lacking.
Wanna see a trick?
Reinforcements.
Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is eradicated.
Only 38% chance. Counts as being behind cover. We can fix that real quick.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! None can escape the Emperor's judgment. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, each strike is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, can't finagle a shot here, unfortunately. Oh, it wasn't even her turn.
As the Emperor commands, faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Oh, what fun. Oh, I assume we're gonna talk to that guy right away. But I'd be mistaken. The God Emperor silently gazes down upon the once teeming streets.
Is there money to be made?
Might be reached with proper climbing equipment. I feel like Ulfar could just hop up there.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we'll speak to the scout and continue around Santiel's Pride. I wonder if there's a main quest location. If we're supposed to go speak to Incendia Chorda and Footfall, and then come here. But I was just following a rumor, so we'll see. Either way, gonna call it here for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.